latex printer has tremendous versatility. It prints on a whole range of different materials: canvases, banners, fabrics, decals, vehicle wraps. But one of the big things that we're involved in these days is home decor or digital decor. And that encompasses wall coverings, it encompasses canvases, and it can encompass some fabrics. Digital decor kind of revolves around our software called WallArt. The WallArt software is a magnificent piece of software that vertically integrates all of these different categories into a fully functional standalone cloud-based program. We'll discuss that in another video. What I want to do is cover some of the different categories of wall coverings, just the different types of wall coverings, so you have some kind of an idea of what they are, and then we'll address each one in a separate video and look at the characteristics, what it's for, why people use it, and then things you kind of need to know about those types of wall coverings. So first, probably the most common wall covering would be a commercial grade of wall covering that we refer to as PVC wall covering. And PVC wall covering is wall covering like I have here, which is the Dreamscape Matte. Now this is a matte finish on the surface. This would be used as a commercial paste-up wall covering, and this is what is most widely used in the United States for commercial applications. Here's another version of it, and this is made by Ultraflex. It's called Bali Hai. This has a texture to it, so it has a textured wall covering, and then the back of it you notice is waffle pattern. The waffle pattern is to hide imperfections in the wall. And again, this is a Type 2 commercial wall covering. And we'll talk a little more about Type 2 when I go into PVC wall coverings in depth. This is more of a temporary wall covering, although it can certainly be permanent. So this Avery Wall Film is sort of a heavyweight PVC wall film, and this is a linered film, so this is almost like a heavy decal. It has a lot of memory to it to go up on a wall. Usually you're going to have an adhesive that's not too strong. The idea is that you could put this as a big mural, and it could be up maybe for 6 months, and then when you're done you can take it down and put something else up and it doesn't affect the wall. And there are considerations and things to know about this kind of material. But this is something that people use all the time for murals. It's more of like a repositionable or a temporary wall covering. Then you have what are called nonwovens, and this is an example of a nonwoven. Nonwovens aren't as big in the United States, but they're huge in Europe, and increasingly there's a larger and larger presence here. This is an Ahlstrom product. Ahlstrom is really big in the nonwoven market. They usually have a nice matte finish. They come in all kinds of different textures on the surface. And they're also making versions now that are either commercial paste-up, where you would use a traditional wall covering paste, or versions that have a self-adhesive built right on. And all you do is spray water onto it, get it wet, and you can apply it directly to the wall. And then more importantly, when you want to take it down, you just get it nice and wet and it peels right back off the wall again. Again, this is a non-woven by Ahlstrom. It is a PVC-free product. There has no PVC in this. And this is a paper-based. Latex prints very, very well on papers. So another category is traditional wall coverings with your waffle pattern, but this is a PVC-free product. So this is made by Dreamscape. It's called Terralon. PVC-free is increasingly becoming very popular in the market because a lot of mandates for environmental awareness would prefer not to use PVC products. These PVC-free wall coverings perform and have all the commercial viability of a PVC product, but they're PVC-free. And again, being paper-based, latex prints very well on paper-based materials, especially the PVC papers. This is a new product. This is very important for us. This is a new HP material that we've been developing. This is a very big investment in HP into wall covering decor. This is a PVC-free product, which I think is ideal. I think that's a very interesting proposition in the marketplace. It's got a commercial waffle back, so you use this for commercial applications. And here's the clincher. It is Type 2 certified with no lamination whatsoever. So this is a very innovative product that takes advantage of the scratch resistance and scuff resistance and stain resistance of our new latex printers, with a media that's perfectly paired to complement our environmental footprint with a PVC-free wallpaper. And this is new from HP. It's just been released. And then just as sort of an unusual one, This is Visual Magnetics. Visual Magnetics specializes in magnetic wall systems. So in this case, it has an iron-based film, and then you put the magnetic system on the wall itself, and then this is attracted to it. This is just sort of another way to print on magnetic-based wall systems. I wanted to give you that overview just to give you an understanding of how many different types of wall coverings there are, and then each one has its own characteristics. So we're going to do a separate little video on each one, and then what to look for and what to be aware of to help you be a little better at wall covering, to understand the market and understand the differences in the different type of applications.